Paradise World videos, 11 o'clock Sunday morning, Costa, Blanca, torrevieja. The church bells are ringing here in Plaza Constitution. But we've got the latest news, and it's all to do with protests. As you know, lots of protests in Spain about the immigration, people coming here, buying the properties up, tourist problems, and Sanchez has solved the problem. So we're going to tell you about that, also about the big demonstration in the UK, 150,000 plus turnout. So yeah, we've got a little video clips of that as well. So today we're going to let you know what Sanchez has done to solve the immigration here. And it's over 100,000 homes they've come up with. 100,000 affordable homes. This is what Sanchez has come up with. Rental houses across Spain. And it's all to do with the backlash, as you know, with the protests going on all over Spain. And this is their way of solving it. And they've come up with this genius idea, of course. This is to help everybody with affordable homes. Because, of course, everything is rising here in Spain. And the wages are not rising, but the rent is, and the property is rising. And they're putting the blame, of course, as usual, on the tourists buying up all the property on the coast and in the main cities. So the government believes it's now got the answer to solve the problem. Brand new public housing portal that promises to put 100,000 affordable rental homes on the market. The platform, which is run by a company called SEPS, S-E-P-E-S, Spain's public land agency, is expected to go live at the end of the year 2025. All the tenants will be able to browse through this portal with all the flats and houses and have a look and see what one they actually want to apply for. And then that's just basically they're going to sign all the applications. Once they've submitted the applications and they sign all the contracts, this is billed by Sanchez as a real game changer. Don't know what you think about it is. At the moment, they're just blaming all the tourists for everything, buying up the property, not sorting out the squatter issue. But this is what he's calling the game changer. This is what they've been waiting for, the transparency of a long-awaited step towards the strengthening of Spain's threadbare stock of public housing. If you're wondering where these homes are going to come from, it's this company, SEPS, and they've been traditionally been responsible for managing a lot of the public land, and marks a big expansion in its role now because the agency will now also act as a big public landlord. They'll be overseeing all the construction, allocations and all the long-term management of the homes. Sareb, which is so-called the bad bank, which was created in 2008, of course, when it all crashed. They're going to claim all this property as well as 55,000 that will be built on this land that is owned by the state. And of course, there are expensive areas as well. And they're going to be the main areas, which is going to be in Madrid, Barcelona and Valencia and the Basque Country, where the locals have been priced out of all the rising rent. So when you're talking about affordable rent, they're talking about the family income. It's going to be 30% of the household income that will be coming into the house, and the rent they'll be paying will actually be capped. If you are only earning €1,000 a month, then you're only going to be paying 300 a month rent. And if you're earning a bigger income in your household, about €1,500 a month, then your rent will be capped at 450. So literally capping the rent, so it ain't going to be outpriced and you can't afford to live. You know, Spain's all about al fresco dining and living your life. And that's the idea, he says, to give people enough money left over to do what they need to do rather than spend all their money just on rent. This approach was needed because Spain is at the real bottom in Europe when it comes to this housing market. They're like 2% public owned compared with 30% in the Netherlands, for example, and it's a big gap left in the households. You got to remember it's Spain, and they're still sorting out the portal, even though they say it's going to be ready by the end of the year. Next year, 2026, will probably end up being when it actually all kicks in. A bit like that project over there, we're already about 8 months behind. A lot of people saying already 100,000 homes might seem a lot, but it's literally a little drop in the ocean. It's all been false because of all the protests where thousands of people have taken to the streets not just on the Canary Islands, Balearic Islands, here in mainland Spain, in Barcelona. There's been all these protests and about tourists go home. Of course, it's really aimed at the government, and the government's had to come up with something, and this is what he's calling his game changer. We all know this just didn't happen overnight. This has been accumulating over the years, what's been going on in Spain with the way the housing is really shortage for the people actually living here. And like I mentioned so many times, just kick out the squatters. Why? I don't understand it, because if they break into your house, you'll call the police, robbery, and kick them out. But if they're squatting, they can stay as long as they like. There's hundreds and hundreds in Spain, no matter where you are, what area you are, full of squatters. And get and sort that problem out, and they'll probably have another 200,000-300,000 houses to sort out, and flats and apartments. Meanwhile, as you know, it ain't just Spain that's had its problems with immigration, tourists, housing shortages. England themselves have got problems, and their problems, of course, is immigration. And that is what Brexit was all about, immigration. And it hasn't sorted it out, and people have had enough. This big demonstration yesterday in London, over 150,000 people turned up, jammed the streets, police couldn't cope, they couldn't get to Parliament Square where they were supposed to all meet up, Whitehall, and you had the opposite rally group, and it all kicked off, fights galore, and they were protesting about the country, how it's gone to pot. Our people can just come over here and go straight in a hotel and get looked after, and they come on a boat, and yet their own people can't get houses, and people living on the street and basically gagging people. And he's come out with this big protest, and people have turned out in the thousands, you can see.
It feels like our culture has been eroded, dissolved, and being replaced. See, we don't have a homeland to run to. This is our homeland. See, this is our darkest hour. In World War II, we stood up with the crown to fight for this country. Our grandparents, they died for this country. They helped build this country, just so the establishment can give this country away. Make us the minority, label us as the racist and the far right. And then they charge us for doing it. They're taxing us so highly that we cannot build wealth. Our children cannot inherit wealth. The UK has been rug pulled from us. And yet our Mayor of London laughs at us. Our government bows to extremists, to societies within our society that have no benefit to us. They don't shop in our businesses. They've boycotted us. All for what? All for what reason, I ask? What is your outcome? What is your goal? You've created a desperate state where its natives no longer feel seen, heard. Literally, we're not even seen in London anymore. We are the minority. So to my fellow natives,
Even got one of the richest mans in the world on the live screens up everywhere. Elon Musk, he had his 2 bob worth in, he had a few things to say, and he wanted to stir it up a bit as well. So the old tech billionaire got on the old link there on the screen, and he's urging Britons to fight back or die. A bit like the old Trump rally when they stormed the White House. Yeah, crazy. And this is a bit like that. He's trying to stir it all up, and he was actually referencing to the death of that Charlie Kirk, the influencer, and he was just saying he's labelled the political left the party of murder, and warned the reasonable centre of interaction would bring violence on the doorsteps. Basically, just come on to stir it all up. March was meant to finish by 4 o'clock, and of course people didn't go. You had the activist group, the other group, and they ended up getting through, and then a Robinson mob ended up fighting with them, and others got missiles chucked at, and it got a bit nasty. 26 arrests, and of course there's going to be a lot more, because once they start showing the old mug faces on the old social media groups, that's when they'll catch the rest of them. At the time when the other group got through, it was the Robertson group that tried to get through to meet up, and they come across the other group, and there weren't enough police there basically, and that's when they got injured. Getting mobbed with flares and bottles and everything. It was when it called for reinforcements, so the old dogs turned up and the horses and everything. So yeah, pretty nasty stuff in the end. But yeah, people turning out, basically standing up for their country. That people want Britain like it was. They want to be looked after and recognised. They've seen the country go to the pot. So Sanchez is sorted his end out here by keeping them sweet with these affordable houses. Meanwhile, it's not going to stop in England, not while the boats are coming through. Let us know what you think about that. Wayne and
Kelly.
Kelly, where you from? You're England, obviously. Yeah,
London. Up near Heathrow.
Oh, Heathrow, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the immigration problem like there?
I don't want to talk about
I don't want to talk about
No.
it.
Big bar, latest news.
Latest news. That's what we
Checks it
got.
out every day.
Here we go. Here's your key ring.
Go see a bottle opener.
There you go. Whereabouts are you from here?
Just up by the Matter.
Oh, La Mata.
Yeah, but we drove down to Costa the other morning. So
Yeah.
Rockies.
Yeah, Rockies.
Yeah, we go
we
there
love
quite a
it.
bit.
Yeah.
Because the videos you've done down there, I would like to go down that end. Because before originally I want to start up here.
Yeah.
But we had to drive around the Dream Hills, Via Park.
So you're looking to buy?
yeah, we will do.
You know I'm the man.
I know you are.
Yeah,
I
he's
know you are.
already, yeah.
Know about Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred, I'll tell you what, he's really good.
I will be coming to you, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll look after
you.
you.
For a couple of years yet.
Yeah, got to escape, ain't
Yeah,
you?
we like to come over and check
Yeah.
it all out.
Yeah.
So it's getting no better back over there, it's just getting worse.
I've been here almost, well, over 10 years,
Yeah.
and there ain't no going back.
You go home.
Christmas, the kids call me Father Christmas, but no.
Yeah.
No.
There's a lot of people I've spoken to. I mean, I've been coming here for 25 years.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. A lot of people that have moved over here said, don't think about it, just do it.
I've got grandkids.
Yeah.
And they live in Loughborough.
Yeah.
So from our house to their house.
Longer.
It's an hour and 55
Well, a
minutes.
good day is 2 hours.
And I keep
Yeah.
moaning.
There you
Keep
go.
moaning about not seeing the kids, and he's like, well,
FaceTime now, isn't it? It's all
get on a
FaceTime.
plane every at the same time,
Yeah.
aren't they? So, yeah.
Okay, I hope you
yeah,
get
we're
your
gonna
treat.
have a coffee,
Yeah, I'll
eh?
see you later. See you later, mate. Bye. And we have got kind of historic towns here as well in Spain. As you're probably aware, we've got a lot of history here, and we've got a place called Lorca, which does carry a lot of history in Spain. And the local councillor there has put his foot down. He's fed up with it. He says it's looking a bit nasty and tatty, all these balconies in this historical town full of gas bottles and mattresses and rubbish and all laundry hanging over. And he wants to now ban it and start issuing out fines. According to the mayor, he says, you know, these problems spoil the image of Lorca. By the way, we have done a video of Lorca. If you want to check out the video of Lorca, you can, which is in Murcia. Basically, the mayor just wants to improve the look of it. It's all getting run down and tatty. And I make him right, really. It's an eyesore, isn't it, really? You go along and you see all this junk on the balconies. You're going into these beautiful towns with a lot of history, and you've got all this crap hanging around. And yeah, he just wants to tighten up the image. So that is what's been going on. We've had Sanchez sorting out Spain's problems, and we've got the big march in England. Let us know what you think about today's news. And do you think it's right to go out and protest and stand up for your country? And is Sanchez doing the right thing? Or should he do a lot more? Or should he address the squatters like I said? That is today's news. Sunday morning on the Costa Blanca, 14th of September. Let us know what you think about it all in the comments below. And if you haven't seen the latest video, I'll post it up there. And it's hasta luego from Costa Blanca, Playa de Cura.